In today's video, I'm going to make some predictions about the 2021-2022 World Cup Biathlon season. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Halligan, and this is my YouTube channel about biathlon. But before we get started, you need to hit that subscribe button because I want to see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers by the time the World Cup season starts. We're about 1 month away. 1 month away, and as of today's recording, we are at 650 subscribers. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. If you have multiple email addresses, I don't care. Log in and subscribe. Down below, hit that big red subscribe button, and you will also be kept up to date on all the content coming out of the channel. But drive to 1,000. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers before the start of the season. All right, so my first prediction. Now, I want to set some ground rules here. It'd be really easy to just say, oh, Johannes Dale or Sturla Holm Ligrid, but I want to find these biathletes that are a little bit under the radar. People who are maybe middle of the pack athletes that are going to have a crazy good year this year. And my first prediction is going to be Martin Ponsiluoma from Sweden. And here's why. Last season, Martin had the 5th fastest ski time, and he averaged about 9th place on course time each race. And he can become a little bit more consistent on the range in a really good system that the Swedish team has going right now. So if he can combine this with good training partners like Sebastian Samuelsson, I see Ponsiluoma being the breakout star of the year, and not just having one really good race at World Champs like he did last year, but maybe even being in the fight for the overall at the end of the year. My next prediction is Germany's Phillipp Narwath, or Narwath. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's the IBU Cup winner last year. The guy destroyed the IBU Cup. He only raced 4 races on the World Cup this season, but during that time, he averaged a top 15 course time during those 4 races. So with Arne Pfeiffer retiring, Eric Lesser's getting a little bit older, and Benedikt Doll is just too inconsistent, look for Phillipp to step up and be the leader that the German team is looking for this Olympic season. And now he's another year older. He has the IBU Cup Crystal Globe. Hopefully that's enough to motivate him to get a really solid summer of training in. Maybe he can make that step up and be a guy who's kind of unknown on the World Cup scene to being a top 10 regular. I could totally see that happening. So keep an eye out for Phillipp Narwath. Now, my next prediction for breakthrough performance might seem a little iffy to you, but hear me out. My next prediction is going to be Johannes Dale. You might be asking yourself, how can a guy who came in 5th overall this year have a breakout performance? Shouldn't this year have been the breakout? But I think he has room to go. If you look at his ski times, he's consistently been the 2nd fastest skier on the course behind Johannes Bö. The only thing that's holding him back is honestly his shooting. He's shooting about 83% in total, but his standing shooting is really holding him back, shooting about 77% last season. He was able to be in the top 5 overall with that shooting, but if he can get that up to even 80%, he will be able to close the door on some really solid races. And here's the biggest thing about Dale. If you go back and look at all the results from last season, take a look to see who had the fastest last lap time. Dale crushed everyone. Imagine if Dale can have that last lap speed, but not have any penalty loops and keep himself in the race after the shooting. So for that reason, I'm going to even put Dale in there as a Crystal Globe contender. And now I want to throw a North American into the mix because I know a lot of my audience comes from North America. So who's my breakthrough performer from North America this year? I got to go Jake Brown. And again, I know this might be one that you're like, it seems like he had a breakthrough performance last year. That's kind of an easy bet. But hear me out here. Jake Brown has actually had some crazy good ski times, especially at World Championships in the latter half of the season. If he can keep that good skiing going and tighten up on the shooting range a little bit, I think Jake Brown could be a solid top 20, top 15 contender overall this year. The only problem with Jake is that his shooting is really inconsistent. It's a little bit of a gamble when it comes to Jake's shooting. If he's on, and he's going to be in your top 20. So if Jake can keep it together on the range this season, he's my bet for the top North American of the season. All right, and finally, my prediction for breakthrough team of the year is going to be the Czech Republic. And I know you might be thinking, but they just lost their best guy to retirement. How are they going to do well? Last year, the Czech Republic was 11th overall in the Nations Cup and 10th in the relay score. To me, that doesn't sound too impressive, but you have to realize that they were also missing one of their best athletes in Adam Velček. Adam got COVID last year and was unable to really participate on the World Cup. Adam had a few races on the IBU Cup on his way back, but it wasn't that significant. If we can give him another season of full recovery and training back into the system, and he can get back on the World Cup and produce some of the top ski times that he has in the past, look for the Czech Republic to step up their relay game, even with the absence of Ondrej Moravec. But here's the biggest piece of the puzzle. Michael Krishmar has to step it up. Now that Moravec has retired and Schlesinger the year before, the Czech team needs a leader. Biathlon is huge in the Czech Republic, and right now everyone's really riding Markéta Davidová, but they need a male to step up and lead the guys' team to a successful season. If Valčák can come back strong and Krishmar can step up, my money's on the Czech Republic to break into the top 5 in the Nations Cup. All right, everybody, those are my predictions for the men this season. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. Let's get the discussion started. Am I spot on or am I way off the mark? Let me know who your favorites are. Remember, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the start of the season, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And by hitting that subscribe button, you're gonna be kept up to date on all the content coming out of this channel, including my next video about the women and even some Crystal Globe predictions after that. So hit the subscribe button. You'll be kept up to date on all the content coming out of this channel. But until next time, we'll see ya.